We have not had a good time of it, have we?
2020 has been a challenge. You and I are both very open people. We share that with folks. And that's what I love about you. That not only are you funny and frank, but you're very self-deprecating, and people get that. They get when you're being genuine with them. And I love how much of your life you have been brave enough to share with everyone. How have you been since post-COVID?
When I had it, I was really sick, like high fever, couldn't move my body. We were obviously quarantined with everybody else. George was doing Good Morning America from the living room in his boxers with 2 dogs that he kept throwing bones at so they wouldn't bark in the middle of an interview with Pence. And then I have these 2 teenage girls who were, circling the drain because I didn't know what the hell was going on in the world. And it took me a month to get over the actual symptoms. And then I had a tiny relapse because when I came downstairs from being quarantined, the house was a disaster because, George is a hero to me and he's a multitasker, but it turns out he doesn't do dishes. So after a month of nobody doing dishes or laundry, it was a hoarders episode. So I had a little relapse because I got a little crazy trying to clean up. George had no symptoms, which, by the way, is the story of our marriage. Of course I get really sick. He has no symptoms. He's never failed at anything. I'm just a long list of failures. So, but anyway, we'll deal with that in divorce court. But one of the things that I was, that sort of my aha moment or my little epiphany when I was lying in bed, watching 7 seasons of Mad Men was that I had these 2 teenage girls and I thought, wow, we're in a global pandemic. We're probably going to be in this for a while. How do you raise teenagers in a pandemic? My girls, they need to be out running around and, having their first kiss and having awkward moments and whatever it is, the whole teenage thing. I was more of a rebel, so I don't want them hitchhiking and stuff. But anyway, and I thought they're not having kind of quote unquote a normal experience by being these teenagers. And it made me think, I want to do a podcast where I actually talk to experts about how to raise a teenager in a pandemic.